So I want you to look at the receipts. You see what today is. I want you to see where we are. Okay? You see this? Mount Ararat. Mount Ararat. That's where we are. We here. We are here, literally. This is what you call in modern times Pilot Mountain. It's the knob there. That's the knob you see there. See? These is the lands that we've been birthed on since the time of Noah. They say that this is Noah's landing spot. Okay? So pay attention. You see, today is the 17th day of the 7th month. All right. So let's give a cosmic report of what's going on in our heavens. And it's the year 2023, which is 7. Okay. Now, this is my mother's handwriting. You see that 7? Okay. Okay, so look. Let's get the cosmic reports. 7/17. That's today, right? So you know I'm not lying to you. I gotta give the receipts. July 17th, which would be the 17th day of the 7th month. Now, let's see what's going on in our cosmic realm. Let's see what's going on in the cosmos. Wow. You see that? I can't make this up. Our moon. So you can see it in the cosmic. You look up there. You see that sun there? Okay. Now, let's look at what's going on there. The moon is crossing that sun right now, as we speak. I'm gonna zoom in for you. You see that? That's an official new moon. This is presently going on as we speak. That's the cosmic clock. That's the band. You see what I'm saying? That stretches across this knob. You know what I mean? So that's the sun is going into the house of Cancer. Right? Isn't that? You know what I mean? Doesn't Cancer represent the 7 because it's the house of the moon? So the moon and the sun is going into the moon's home. The mother of the moon is Cancer. And they both gliding into Cancer out of Gemini right now as we speak. So that's celebratory. Now let's look at the written scriptures. Let's look at the alignment. So again, 2023, you see the farmlands equals 7. And also 2023, right, is the woman who wrote this. See chapter 7? So now I got to read to you. You see the 22? My mother was born on 3/22. Oh, yeah. I'm Ibn Daril. You see? That 22? Can't make it up. Mount Ararat. I just showed you where we were at. I just showed you where we were at. This is where she came. You know what I mean? She gave birth to me Panyanda. Along them grids there. About 7 minutes north of the 36th parallel. You see what I'm saying? You think I don't know who I am? And you don't think I don't know where I am? They call me the Turco Don. Turco Don. Turco Don. Yeah. So now, I just want you to see it. So that's Noah's Ark. I've been inside of it. I've been inside of Noah's Ark. All right. All right. And you see the 22? That's the code. The 22 and the 3. That's the 3, the 1, 2. You see what I'm saying? 3, 2, 2. We honor you, mama. First. Then Darrell said to Noah, come into the ark. I'm going to read this to y'all. The Jew or who? Just had to throw that in there. Hold on. I bring to you, the scriptures. These holy scriptures. Walk with me as I walk with the Almighty. So, we give praises to Luna. We give praises to the Cancer that's the mothers. You know what I mean? We give praises to the mothers who died of cancer. May they rest in the house of cancer forever and ever. And they live forever through the house of cancer. Because that's the beginning. The self-created one. Man, I can't make this up. I sit here. See? I sit to my nations. And I'm going to read to my nations. The Saponi and the Onkanichi, which is reunited and functioning as one again. You understand what I tell you? So, everybody, the message here is a new beginning. This is a new beginning. We're just talking about Anubis. You see that? And it said, then Darrell said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your household, because I think that you are righteous. The righteous. So when you think righteous, that means you're in line with the rights of indigenous people. You see what I'm saying? And the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Get righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 of each clean animal, a male and his female, 2 of each animals that are unclean, a male and a female. Also, 7 of each birds of the air. You see, we've been seeing them birds, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of the earth. You see the earth. You see our earth there. You see our earth there. For after 7 more days, I will cause it to rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And I will destroy from the face of the earth all the living things that I have made. And Noah did according to all that Darrell commanded. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was on the earth. So that means Noah was already here before the flood. So Noah went with his sons, his wife, his sons' wives, and he went into the ark because of the water of the flood. So Noah, of the clean beasts and other beasts that are unclean, of the birds and everything that creeps to the earth. And it came to pass in 7 days, this is the 7th chapter of Genesis, the waters of the floods were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the deep, great deep, were broken up, and the windows of the heavens were opened. You see? And the rain on the earth was for 40 days and for 40 nights. And on the very same day, Noah and Noah's son Shem, Ham, Japheth, and Noah's wife and the three wives of his son entered the ark, and every beast of his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth of every kind, and every bird of its kind, and every sort. And they went into the ark, two by two, and all the flesh in which the breath of life, so that those that entered, male and female, and all the flesh went into God as he commanded him. And the dew shut him in. And the flood was on the earth for 40 days, and the waters increased and lifted up in the ark and rose high above the earth. And the waters prevailed greatly, increased the earth, and the ark moved about the surface of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all the high hills under the whole heaven were covered. You see? And the waters prevailed like Judah prevaileth upward, and the mountains were covered, and all the flesh died that moved on the earth, and the birds and the cattle, and the beasts, and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth, and every man, all whose nostrils was in the breath of the spirit of life, of all that was on the dry land died. Verse 22. And he destroyed all the living things which were on the face of the ground, both man and cattle and creepeth and the bird in the air, and they were destroyed from the earth. Only that Noah and those that were with him remained alive. You see? All the waters prevailed on the earth for 150 days. Okay. Now we go to verse 8, chapter 8. Okay? Okay? I want you to pay attention to the date. And I gave you the cosmic reports of that sun. You see it shining between them leaves there. You see? Listen, man. Are you going to survive the flood when them waters come pouring? When them vibrations of rivers flow? Listen, the flood recedes. What goes up must come down. Okay? Now, what goes up must come down. Okay. Then the Most High remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made the wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsidized, and the fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. And the end of the 150 days, the waters had decreased. All right, this is verse 4. This is why I'm here today, okay? To honor my mother, okay? On the 12th page, you see, and it says, then the ark rested in the 7th month and the 17th day of the month on the mountains of Ararat. Okay. And the waters decreased continually to the 10th month. Oh, Nashira. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, to the tops of the mountains were seen. We just talking about the mountains away from the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Sarah. We talking about the mountains of Sarah. Of Sarah. Oh, we just talking about Big Mama. And the waters So it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window on the ark which he had made. Oh, shalom, alaikum, alaikum, shalom. Oh, then he sent out the raven, the raven. We just talking about the Moravian. We talking about the the Morava. He said it sent the raven. Oh, kapalin. Oh, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. And he also sent out himself a dove to see if the waters had abated from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned to the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. We just talking about noon. I want you to think about soon. I want you to close your eyes and meditate on when you was in your mama womb. Okay? Mute this and just meditate. So Noah put out his hand, and he took her and drew her into the ark unto himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent out a dove from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. Oh my God. My God. Oh my God. And Noah knew that the waters had abated from the earth. Man. So he waited another 7 days, and he sent out the dove, which did not return to him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, in the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering from the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And on the second month, on the 27th day of the month, oh my God, mama. Oh, mama. The earth had dried. Do you know why the earth dried? Because that there is the day that my mama died, when I was 14 years old. I can't make this up. Then the Most High, the Almighty, the Everlasting, the Father, Abba Father, we talking about Isaiah 9 and 6, Everlasting. Oh my God. Spoke to Noah, saying, go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you, and bring out with you every little thing, and all the flesh that's with you, the birds, the cattle, and every creeper thing that creeps upon the earth, that they may be abound the earth, and that they may be fruitful and multiply on this earth. You know, we just talking about from that yakking to the PD, you know what I mean, to the shara. Oh man, we just talking about that Broad River Basin and all the way into Charleston. And even west, and that French Broad, and it goes over through the Yanacas, which Panyanda, and over the hills, and even through the Hiwassee rivers, and the mouth where it meets the Tanasi, and down through the Tanasi, through the pathway of Dragon Canoe and Tecumseh, through the Ohio's, to the rivers, the Ohio, Io, Io, and even to Pittsburgh, and all the way back to Io. You know, we just talking about Philadelphia. Okay. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wives and his sons' wives with him. And every beast and every creeping thing and every bird, whatever creeps the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark. Those are the obedient soldiers. The obedient soldiers. So when I turned here, I said, I got to come here. When I turned here, I said I had to come here. That's obedient. And you see what was revealed to me? It was written. It's talking about. We was talking about the waters of your mother. They're talking about when the waters of your mother dried. Y'all don't understand that. Only the mother's son can understand that. Okay? So, Noah built an altar to the real and took every clean animal and every clean bird. We talking about the cardinals. You hear them singing? You hear them birds singing? Woo! And offer burnt offerings on the altar. And it is smelled a soothing aroma. Oh, moon. Oh, moon. And it is said to this heart, I will never curse again the ground for man's sake. All through the imaginations of man's heart is evil from his youth. Although all the imagination from man's heart is evil from his youth. Do you see what page it's on? Man. And you know, it is the 14th year since my mother transitioned, by the way. You know what I mean? And this is my first time. You know, this is what you see when you come in 52 North and you see that now, this is what you're looking at on top of Mount Ararat. Ararat. You see? You see that tree right there? You know, that's a signifier of life and abundance. Okay? So these trees know what's going on. Let's believe it. Okay? Now listen. Never again will the Almighty curse the earth, the ground, for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Nor will I destroy every living thing as I have done. Okay? While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and winter and summer, and day and night. Oh my God. Shall not cease. Okay. And so there I will end there. That's the 8. Okay. And my mother vowed the 9th on 8/8. You know what I mean? So you can continue to read that, you know. But again, this is the only place where Mount Ararat is mentioned in the Bible. And my mother had it underlined. The 7th month. Because she knew about that circle 7. She knew about the circle 7. You see what I'm saying? I followed her as she followed the 7 cycles of the moon. 9 times. You get praises, man. You see the 22 verses of the 8, which is the 12, and then the 4th of the 8 is the 12 on the page. Hey, man, y'all don't know y'all talking to. What's this here? Oh, God. So I got more reading to do. Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, and we're gonna go to another spot, and I'm gonna read to you about Noah on page 7. And the mount, you see the mountain? The Garden of Eden? The Garden of... Where is that? Where the ark rests at? Mount Airy? Oh, shalom, Yeshito Pali. Oh, the olive branches. We just talking about Olive Branch, Mississippi, man. Okay. The Jew is you. The Ivri. All right. Hey, how y'all doing there? Look at the dogs.
Whoops, almost.
What's up? Look at the little dash house there. We got one like it is brown and dark brown and black.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, black and tan?
Yeah.
Is it a dachshund?
Yep. His name is Jag. He's down in Charleston. I'm gonna show this to him. He's gonna be running after her now.
He is.
Look at the little small one. What's their names?
The small one is Lieutenant Columbo, and the bigger one is Cherry.
Cherry. Okay. All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
Make sure y'all read Genesis 8 and 4 today.
Okay.
Genesis 8:4.
This is 8-4.
And remember what today is, the 17th of the 7th month.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
8-4.
Yes.
Is that Noah?
Yes, it talks about when he landed on this mountain here. Mount Ararat.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's mentioned in the biblical text.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So this sand, it was a beach here. That's what I was telling you about the waters. This was an ocean. You know what I mean? This was an ocean there. That's why you got mountains away from the mountains. So, give people the word. Lead people. See, when I used to work at Food Lion, I would, I would print my receipts, right? And I would sign it with biblical verses. You know what I mean? And they try to say, Q not holy. So, I'm going to walk this man on my lonely, and then we come back and I read to you about Noah. He was like, is that Noah? He knew. Yeah. Is that Noah? He knew. All right, y'all. Look at this. This is what you see. You know what I mean? All the tribes should be up here. I can't be the only representative up here. I can't. So, on the 17th, and then, it's, that seven, you got to catch the next 7. This is the 2023, you know what I mean? So that's the 7. So I don't know when we're going to see another 7. It may be, I don't know. So this is a holy day, and I just had to record it for you. I came here. I came to the top like the dove. You know what I mean? Look at that. That's really the rose from the rock. Oh my goodness. Holy Mother Mary. You just got to come and see this for yourself. That's the Highway 52 there. So the Great Wagon Road was over yonder there. You see. Now I'm going to give you a secret. This is the Sphinx. That's what they call the Haru Amaketi. Now I'm going to tell you what that is, so you won't think I'm tripping. The Haru Amaketi, you see what I'm saying? This is what they see in Egypt, but this is not man-made. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Now you have to go down, my truckers know, you come down that Galax, coming from Galax, up there in Virginia, you can only see it from Virginia. You see what I'm saying? So you got to go to Virginia to see this for what it really is. It's the Sphinx. And the 3 pyramids is over this one yonder. So I'm like Santiago. Look at those. You could tell it was water here. Just look at the sediments. So how long ago was Noah here? Before it was Moses, it was Noah, right? Before it was Jacob, it was Noah, right? Before it was David, it was Noah, right? See them waves? 600 years. So what if I told you I was 600 years old? Would you believe me? Man. So, wow. You give praises to the Almighty. This is what y'all call Pilot Mountain. You know what I mean? There's no other place like this on the earth. You know what I mean? Look at all of those trees. No other place. So, if you look at the Sphinx, it's the back, and then it rises up to the priest. So what that is, in the sky, okay? I'm gonna show you the pattern in the sky. You see the sun, the moon and the sun? And then I don't know when you're gonna have another alignment like that, yo. This is a holy day. And you seen the code, like, only I could deliver this. I'm the only one in the world. Not saying that I'm not, but you see the alignment that can deliver, that I'm born on these lands. My mother wrote it for me to come here. And she's been transitioned for 14 years. And we read to the 14th page. Man, and it talked about the day that she rose. She didn't descend. See, deceased means to descend. She arose. You see, before it was Christ, it was Noah. New. Them waves, them primitive waves. So that's the wave pattern of the primitive waves of the planet, of the earth. You know what I mean? So, you know, the next generation after appreciate this. My grandkids' generation, they appreciate this. So that lion, the high priest, nobody can riddle it. It's Leo, which is here, going all the way across the sky to Aquarius, which is there, which is rising over the horizon, over the, you know, the what they call it, the Ethiopia Sea. Is this? So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what you see. That's what this will represent the face, and what they call Kemet. You see, this will be the face, and it's looking. You see what I'm saying? Towards where the Negus, the sons of David. You know what I'm saying? Sheba, the daughters of Zion, is born. You know what I mean? It's witness. It bears witness. You know what I mean? It bears witness to all the births. You know what I mean? In this region, for the Saponi, the Okanichi, the Syracuse. You gotta know who you are, man. The Shara. You know what I mean? And we, like I always said, we spread and we multiply throughout the earth. It's nature. If we start here, we're gonna move there. If we go to the bottom of this hill and we start a village here, the village is gonna move in every direction. You see what I'm saying? North, south, east, and west. You know what I mean? So I want to give an A-hop to 432 to Drop Radio. You know, you want to go to the Prester John series number 119 to 120. You know what I mean? He gives some more drop on this land. You know what I mean? I give A-hop, you know, for, you know, I resonated with everything that was said in there. You know, you brought light to, you know, where this kind rose on Genesis 1 and 26. Are we just talking about I-26 and 95? St. George, that's the day I arrived. You know what I mean? Shout out to my South Carolina Nagas. They would have picked up on that because right where I-26 and 95 meet, you know what I mean? They already know where that at. You know what I mean? So, talking about St. Georgia. Oh, man. So, yeah, the lion, that's the sun. It's getting ready to go from the lion. After it leaves, the next new moon is going to be going into the lion. Then it's going to go from the lion to the Virgin Mary. Then it's going to go to the scales and balance everything out. Then it's going to descend down to the scorpion. And then it's going to arch out to the archer. With arches this way, with arcs, Noah arcs in heaven. Man, I remember I was going to see Crazy Horse. You feel what I'm saying? And I was riding down 70 and going towards the Crazy Horse, which points this way, is really pointing here. Look at the coordinates. It's really pointing here. And then I'm riding down the highway and I see that moon and the moon crescent, like Turkey flag, because this is Turkey. That's how it looked. And I was riding down 70, and then I seen the archer across the sky. First time of me seeing the archer in the sky, I was flying from that way, Chattanooga, to this way here. You see what I'm saying? Shalita, which is the name of my daughter. And I seen the archer in the sky, and I seen the scale. You know what I mean? And that's the day that the sky was like, Yadam Muhammad. Just like that. The Almighty came to me and said, Yadam Muhammad. Because it's the 15th day of the 4th month. It's the day that Muhammad took flight, the Hijriya. Turko Dam Muhammad. Dam Muhammad from Turkey. This is Turkey that you see. But I'm Ibn Dadil first. It's the title that only I could wear. The son of Darrell. The son of Darrell. Ibn Darrell. You understand? And I'm the father of Darrell. I'm the only one that can represent those two titles. The father of Darrell and the son of Darrell. San Quintus, the third. Ibn Darrell, Dan Muhammad, San Quintus. Mama, look. You know what I'm saying? She's here. I'm her son. I'm her son. See that March? See how they got it? The 322. March is representing the 3 because it got MAR. You know what I mean? Mars. So that's the 3. So it's saying 223, which is her birthday. See how they got it like that? The date, the year, March 223. 223. So this is 20, and guess where I was at on March 22nd, 2023? Oh, well, what you know? I was right here. See the nose? This is, I'm telling you, man. The high priest is the Aquarius. You know what I mean? So, the Aquarius is pouring out that water. That's it, of information. So, you know, I just give praises, man, you know. Come here. Come on, tribe. Find your tribe. And once you discover your tribe, you come make this round. Don't have to be on this day. This day never be, it say no more. It says no more. Oh, man. So you see the 3 pyramids there? That's the Sarathon. That's the Serathon Mountains. You call it Serathon. Gotta come back. You see, it's a lot of overcast today. You know what I mean? Because the heavens is opened up. Heavens is opened up. The heavens have opened. my children and my children's children is gonna walk this knob. That's what we doing. And I'm actually moving in the frequency of the moon and the sun, because this is how it travels around. It circles around this way. So yeah, whenever you hear righteousness in the book of life, right? Tie it to the alignment of the rights of indigenous peoples. Okay? Recorded at Geneva. Okay? I believe the year was, the draft was 1987. The original draft. So they've been working on it for a long time. And the United States give gratitude to Barack H. Obama, who endorsed for the United States to recognize, you know what I mean, us and our lands and our culture and our customs, you know. So this land, you know what I mean, Saint Maria, look at that. So that's the pyramid. You see it? See the three? See the pyramids there? Santiago. All right, y'all. I gotta have some alone time with my birthlands. You know what I mean? So you give praises, I give praises. I just wanted y'all to see. Oh, you want me to read? You want me to just go ahead and read the Jew? The Jew is you. Okay, hold on. Hold up. All right, hold up. Let's see. Stay put. There we go. So I'm gonna read to y'all just to close out. You know, you gotta close everything out. So in closing, we're just gonna read about Noah, just page 7 through 8. You know what I mean? Alright. Many consuming, right? Conjectures. Now, by the way, this author here, you see, he looked like these people that's walking around the circle here. That's who wrote this. He looked like the guy that asked me when you talking about Noah. And he's from North Carolina. Look it up. Born 1872. Many assuming the conjectures advance to the respecting location of the Garden of Eden. Now, Eden is Eden, North Carolina, right? Is this way. So I'm going to read to Eden. The anthropologists of the chief interest lie in establishing the racial tendency of the first man. The author is hardly ready to believe that the earth's surface was materially affected by the flood. To believe the entire face of the nature was broken up is ridiculous. Certainly there were changes wrought through the immense inundations and times doubtless covered the origin, the original Garden of Eden. Many fathoms deep breath, the dust. Listen to what it say. The dust and the sands. Oh my God. The dust and the sands. But whatever may be our individual views, it's hardly probable the ark had floated very far away, considering its dimensions and having no method of pollution from the original site of its creation, when the rain subsided it and the ark rested on Mount Ararat. This is where we at. This is where we are. This is us. This is the Jews. Okay. Now, the fact that the dove was able to return to the ark with the olive branch proves conclusively that the earth had retained its usual physical conditions, minus, of course, the great loss of carnal life, which succumbed to the destructive elements. We are most concerned to know then is not much where the Garden of Eden was, which was there, as to what the manner of man was of the original inhabitant of the Garden of Eden, and his sons down to Noah, accepting the computations almost of the earlier historians. They certainly were living in the time of Noah, grandchildren of the persons who had known Adam, Atom, and heard our first father the story of the Garden of Eden. As the letters, it says, the Bela, as the letters had not been invented, the tradition was man only history in those times. Since Noah survived through the dialogue, we are able to conduct a traditional history carefully through the early development of the human family down to the bright era when the writing was invented to preserve the doings of mankind. It would seem probable then that there have been any material change in the nature wrought by the deluge, or had the Garden of Eden been far remote from the resting spot of the ark, right? Noah or his heirs would have remarked it. Noah was past 600 years old when he came from the ark, and he recognized the longevity. You see? Of the Abba de Levians. It is not improbable that he knew even some of the initiate family of Adam. Adam lived 930 years, Seth 912 years. My grandmother was born on 912. Enos 905. Cain 910. Malaliah 895. Jared 962. Enoch, which was translated at 365. Methuselah 969. Lamech, Noah's father, 777, which literally was last week. 777. Nor let us think that these years were not equal with our present years in a point of time, with possible exception of 4 or 5 days. We know that the early method of computing time was sidereal. So I'm talking to you from sidereal perspectives. So in sidereal, the sun is going into Cancer, and there's about to be a sidereal new moon in Cancer as we speak right now. This is, you see where we reference it. And that's my first time reading this too, by the way. Our calendar was found by Caesar in Egypt, Ecopata, which is Egypt, almost identical with our own. It must be conceded that, taking in consideration the longevity of people in the antediluvian times, there must have been at the time of the flood a great more people on the earth, even today, as so were born, and so few died before the arriving of at the ripe old age. We know that mankind generally doubles itself about every 36 years, and we are ready to agree with Mr. Wisdom that the earth had at the time of deluge the enormous population of more than 100,000 millions. For the benefit of those students of longevity who may wish to pursue this phase more deeply, the author begs to introduce here the opinion of ancient histories that the antediluvian year was an absolute space of time nearly equal to our present ancient lunar one, about 10 days shorter, or to be precise, 10 days, 1 hour, 28 minutes, 1/2 shorter than the present shorter year. It contained 360 antediluvian days, which were equal to 355 days, 4 hours, and about 20 minutes of our present day. The Earth's diurnal motion have been retarded, and our days consequently lengthened and proportionally partly by the quantity of foreign matter derived from the comet of deluge, which the Most High believed to have sent to participate in the general physical upheaval of the earth and underwent at that time. The Mosaic law distinguished four sorts of years: the civil, according to which all political matters were regulated, consulting 12 solar and afterward lunar months. Lunar months, which is 28 days, by the way. The beginning of the month of Nisan, or March, which was the 7th of the civil year, and regulated the order of all of their religious ceremonies. The Sabbath, or 7th year, the Jubilee of 50, was kept to the end of 7 weeks of each year. It's plain by the calculation which Moses gives the days of the flood. See Genesis chapter 7 and 8 and elsewhere. The year consisted of 365 days and consequently 12 solar months. The last consisted of 35. It's probable too that Moses had been brought up in Egypt, being brought up in Egypt, had learned the way of reckoning from them, because they generally believed to have been the first inventors of it. The author does not agree with the Sagli and other after him suppose, while this method of reckoning must have been that of the Israelites. Is my phone ringing? My phone. Israelites. Exodus 12:2. We find that Moses, by direct command of the Most High, computed the years after the period of moons. We know from Herodotus that the Egyptians, from their remarkable knowledge of astronomy, which he credits have them perfected, adjusted the length of the year to the annual revolution of the sun by adding the 12 months and the 30 days, each 5 to additional days of the 6 hours, while the Greeks and the Romans used more rude and inconvenient form of lunar years. Intercalating, a month every 3rd year. In short, we have reason to believe but little difference has occurred to the length of the year, and only the material changes in the calendar may be credited to Caesar, with Augustus' intervention in planning the innovation of the computation of the leap year. Afterwards, the Pope Gregory, who made only slight modifications, none of these affecting the length of the actual year, but the digression in this immaterial of the subject of this work. All right, man. So if y'all want to read more of that, you go get the book, The Jew and Negro. Okay? You go check it out for yourself. Okay? And if you want to contribute to what I presented to you today, I ask that you give to the mother of all creations, and you pour into her cash app and her cash tag, which is Jordan, like Michael, Ski, with 3 eyes, like sky, but you remove the Y and add 3 eyes. All right. So they go to, is that the mountains of the moon? All right. Man, you never witness another day like today. Hi there. You never witness another one like today. So you give praises, and I'm going to go back around this so you know you witnessed it. You were here with me. You witnessed me walk around this. So if you're from these lands, if you're born on these lands, you got to do this. Got to be a ritual. You get one with your creator. You know what I mean? You get one with the creator and let the creator reveal things to you. You know what I mean? It's things that's been revealed to me that man has been seeking their whole lives, 900 plus years to seek. Like that raven, that's the Morava. That's the origin of the Moravians. You understand? All right. So You heard it from here. You heard it here from the top of the knob, man. It goes up higher. But only the real can only the real can stand at the top of that. You see? In my past life, I was a giant. I used to stand at the top. And look at my dominions. The Carolinas, the mini autumns. You know what I'm saying? So, just give praises, man. All right. So just remember what it say. We just read about the time. So we moving with the original time clock around this way. You understand? That's the way that the sun, if the sun were to walk, it'll walk around this way, around the zodiac. The moon were to walk, it'll glide down this way, down this trail. Shalom alaikum. All right. There's our sun again. We see it on the other side now. It praises. You see the moon? Because the moon is right above it. The moon is right above it. Oh, you give praises. You see that, man? Oh, you give praises to all of Israel. Israel. I know we got a lot of disruptions, y'all, but it's okay. It was about us and the Creator. Everyone is tapped into this frequency in the Creator. That's why I said mute. You know what I mean? When we did that meditation, you got to mute it because it was still that little baby, and you got to forget the babies. I got a bunch. I got a set of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's so amazing. That's so amazing. My fault, y'all. All right. Yeah, man, this is the Holy of Holies. Holy of Holies. Yeah, man, first time in my life circling this. My mom would take me here. She'd take her grandbabies here. You know what I mean? So you gotta know who you are, and you gotta know where you are. That's all the tribe asks of you. That's all the chiefs and the chief and impetus they ask. Is for you to know who you are and where you are. Don't get confused. Where you was born at, you were born there for a reason. That's all I could tell you. And you gotta give praises. That's why I said you gotta do the womb meditations. And you gotta do it more often. You know what I mean? When you're in the womb, you gotta be around the ocean. And again, the ocean was here. You feel me? So, you know, late at night when the moon is out, so like the moon, you're gonna see the moon in Leo, you know what I mean, in the next few days. So when that moon go into Leo, Judah, you know what I mean, you can do moon meditation, womb therapy. And it's gonna take you back to when your moon was in Leo, when you was in your mama womb. Cause you don't know that the moon was in Leo 9 times too? When you was in the womb. And time is really an illusion. So your 9 months could have really been 900 years. That you was in the womb, which is the ark, as it is in heaven. I might as well record me going around the whole dang thing. I'm almost done. Oh man. This is when you say indigenous, this is indigenous. There's nothing more indigenous than these rocks. So I gotta get a rock. I gotta get a rock. Wow. So this here. Ooh, it's heavy. It's the original rocks. That joint heavy, bro. But you see where it's sourced from. The original. It's just symbolic. Lands I was birthed on. So yeah, man. We here. We here. We made it. Victory lap. Victory lap tonight, though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nipsey. Nip's still here with us, man. Don't you forget. You know what I mean? About David. And how many times David reappeared? Spoke some things into the universe and they reappeared. Like the sun. Don't forget about the sun. Oh, Judah. Oh, Judah. It's eternity. The eternal flames. You know, look at that. The eternal flames, man. That's what that 8 represent. So Genesis 8 and 4. Man. That thing get the sun every day. Every single day. Since the time. Man. All right, y'all, we done made it. We done made it around the whole block. 0.4 miles is what it's is what it is. So let me show you the way to go. Oh. Alright, now when I close this off, I gotta go pray now. So this is the Demoti. That's what they call it. That's what the indigenous people call it. You know, our people that was here. And they live lives similar to us. You know what I mean? So it was now I just got a download from the sun. And it said that in the year 2023 BC, the same thing that happened today occurred. There's nothing new under the what? 2023 BC. Here. Wow. It says that your life is a pool. You know what I mean? Your life is a pool. And you got to look at yourself in the reflections of waves of new in order for you to know who you are, Q. Man. All right. So, I'm going to end this out. Oh, Shalem. Oh, Shalem. Shalem to Bethlehem, to Jerusalem, to Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? To Turkey and to Ethiopia and to Eden and to Cairo or Carolina. All through the Carolinas and all throughout the indigenous soils and sands on the planet. And in the planet beyond. And the lands beyond the poles. Oh man. This is for you. I did this for you. I did this for you. Shalom. Dreams do come true.